Hi, welcome back to Tina Kru Gee podcast.
Yay!
Hi, so today we are going to talk about how to make foreigners understand what you say. Because sometimes you say something and you think that it's correct, but then the foreigners are like, what did you mean? You know what I mean? So today we are going to talk about that. So yeah, let's start from Kru Gee. What are the tips that you have? Because a lot of people compliment about your accent and they love your accent. So accent helps, but let's hear what she thinks.
Well, thank you, first of all, for all the compliments from many people about my accent. I think the key point right here is not really about the accent, because the accent is like how you go up and down and make it short, make it long, But then the first step for speaking understandably is that you need to pronounce the words correctly. You see, the sounds of English, like very basic, A to Z, and the words, the beginning of the word, how you sounded the consonant, and then at the end, what is the sound? And it's called the final sound or the ending sound. So when you can pronounce each word correctly, then you put them all together, it will make a nice and pleasant accent. And maybe it's not the accent that is the same as other people. No, not all the time. But it's your own accent that you can get your messages across by speaking with correct pronunciation, and then other people or foreigners can understand you.
Right. It's not about the accent. It's actually about your pronunciation. Because you can have, most people may not know, but when somebody try to fake the accent with wrong pronunciation, it actually become more confusing. You know what I mean? You try to go up and down, but then you say words wrong and not correct. And actually there are a lot of people that like say something about my accent, and they're like, Tina, why you sound so Thai? I'm like, I don't care. I know that I pronounce words correctly, and that's it. And foreigners will understand you if you say each word correctly. And then the accent, it will become kind of like your own charm, your own style. Like Kru Gee, she has her own style. So what would you say what your accent is like? Because I remember you shared with me about your African teacher. She told you something.
I see. I remember that, because I have been to Australia, like many of you have already known that. I've been to Australia for a couple of times, and then I studied with Australian teachers, and one particular teacher that I had, she was living in Australia, but she was from South Africa, and my friends in class were saying that I was having an Australian accent. This is so funny because I think I could like copy or imitate very well when I got to Australia for like the first week, and then I could hear how people speak and how they pronounce certain sounds, and they have different sounds from other accents in the world. And so I was just becoming more like an Australian person. And then my classmates were saying that, oh, you're here, you're from here, you have an Australian accent. Because in my class, there were many nationalities. It was like international class that we had together. And so my classmates thought that I was living there as an Australian student. And then I've been here only like less than a month. And then my teacher overheard what we were talking about, and then she said, well, I wouldn't say that you have an Australian accent or any particular accent, but I think you have a cultured accent. And that was the first time, the first time I heard this adjective that modifies accent, cultured. What is that? But then she was just explaining a little bit about like how what it means. Cultured is like when you have learned the languages or learned about many things around you and regarding languages as well, that you have learned a lot about it, and then it becomes what you have as an accent.
Yeah, like a unique way of you. Like you are unique. I don't know how to say that, but like it's like you've been to many countries. This happened to a lot of people who move to many countries, and they will have their own way of living, their own way of speaking, their own way of talking.
Yeah, I think so. And then I looked up the word cultured as an adjective, right? And then it said something so funny to me, because I thought, no, I'm not like that. But then it says something like, it means that someone has high education and having what do you call, like, noble families that have learned a lot about things. Yeah, I was like, what? No, I'm an Isan girl. and I've been, learning English by myself, and it's not like people would picture like a cultured accent is like a girl or a boy in a family of doctors. Their parents are doctors, or their parents are having
like
high education.
Or something.
Yeah, which is the opposite. Like I said, my dad was a boxer, like Muay Thai boxer. And yeah. So I think you can really practice the beginning of the correct pronunciation. Yeah.
All right, I see. I agree. You just kind of like imitate and it just becomes your own accent. Like before, when I talk with foreigners, I can hear myself and I'm like, oh my god, I sound so Asian, I sound so Thai, something like that. But as I speak a lot and I become more confident, it actually disappears. I don't really hear. I hear the differences, but I don't really care that much anymore. The people that care are the people that I think deep down a little insecure. But it doesn't mean that you cannot fix it. If it really bothers you, there are ways to learn to fix your, accent. Of course, there are a lot of teachers that do that. But today, we are going to share you the tips.
Yes.
The tips from Kru Gee, how to speak and become more of like, have a better accent. Just have a better accent and have a correct way to pronounce words. Alright, so the first tip.
I mentioned before that it starts from pronouncing each word correctly. That is very important. Each word in English that has 2 syllables or more than that, they would have something called stress. So stress is the emphasis that you put, like a stress of the sound. It's louder or it's harder on that syllable, and then you pronounce it correctly because you have the correct stress in that word. So like, for example, easy, like apple. Like in Thai, how would you say that?
Apple.
Yeah, apple, right? So it seems like you stress like with you stress both syllables, but actually in English you stress only at the first syllable. You see, so you go apple. So po is very soft, very slightly stressed. So it's like only the first syllable that is very loud, very heavy. So you say apple.
Yes, and it's just very easy. Try it right now, instead of saying apple, you say apple.
Yeah, and so this is the first, for 2-syllable word, right? Like apple. But then if you have 3 syllables, so 4 syllables, it can be a little bit more complicated on which sound or which syllable it's going to be stressed, right? For example, the fruit, like strawberry. Yeah.
Strawberry.
How about in Thai?
Yeah. In Thai, strawberry.
Yeah. So you stress. I would do the stress only on the second syllable, which is straw, and then I go berry. Strawberry.
Yeah, strawberry. But I'm not like making fun of Thai accent, by the way. It's cute. You can say strawberry, something like that. But here we're talking about improving your accent. So if you want to sound more like a native, they would say strawberry. And it actually depends on the accent as well. Like Kru Gee would speak more of like a British accent. So she would say, what is it? Strawberry.
Yeah, yeah.
Strawberry.
Brie, yeah.
Which is actually hard for me. I can't. I'm used to American accent, so I would say strawberry.
Yeah, strawberry. I heard, I hear many people say that. Yeah, but I say strawberry, cranberry, raspberry. Yeah.
Very quick.
Yeah, very quick. Like it's all together, like brie. And I have another tip of the stress on the correct syllables. So if you have one syllable that is shin, the sound of shin, like television.
T-I-O-N.
Yeah, T-I-O-n, S-I-O-n. Yeah, television, or you can say like communication. Yeah. So every time you have the shin sound, you would have to stress on the syllable that is before shin. Yeah. So you go television, communication every time. Yeah. So it's correct.
That's a rule, but there are also an exception.
Yeah.
So what we say now may not apply to every word. For example, apple, you stress on the second syllable, right?
The
But
first
when it's
syllable.
something different, I said second. For example, apple, right? You put the stress on the first syllable. But when it's something different, for example, kiwi, would you put it on the second, or is it both?
But I can think of the 3-syllable word. Like if you say computer, right?
Okay. Like for example, computer, you would stress on the second one.
Yeah, the second one, computer. But then the 3-syllable word, another one is kangaroo. So you go
kangaroo.
the last syllable, not the second.
If you say kangaroo, stress on every word, it's understandable, but it does sound a little off.
Oh, I can think of the second 2-syllable word, giraffe.
Giraffe, giraffe. This is very interesting one too, because Thai people would say giraffe, which I don't know what is the yoyak, like where does it come from? Why is it giraffe? Why is it not giraffe? And also something like gel, like hair gel.
Yeah.
Somebody would call yell, something like that.
Yell or gel,
Yes.
different.
Or jelly, like a jelly, like pudding jelly. Most of us say jelly in Thai.
Yeah, jelly.
Not really people would say jelly. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or gym, go to the gym, we call it yim. Right?
Exactly. I think it's because it's too hard to say the j sound.
Okay. So we change it to the sound. So we say yim. This is one of the tips that we share with you. Try to imitate it, try to learn, and try to listen. When you listen a lot, you can actually imitate them and know what's the differences when you hear different words. Alright, and right now Kru Gee have a course as well. If you want to develop your accent, you want to have accent like Kru Gee, like a British accent, you can take a course with her. And the course is called
11 เคล็ดลับปรับสำเนียง
โอเค 11 เคล็ดลับปรับสำเนียงนะคะสำหรับในคอร์สนี้เนี่ยKru Geeก็จะมาสอนถึงการเน้นคำเน้นพยางค์แล้วมันมีมากกว่านั้นอีกนะเช่นในประโยคเนี้ยเราก็ต้องรู้วิธีการเน้นมันไม่ใช่แค่เราเน้นแต่พยางค์แต่มันมีการเน้นคำในประโยคด้วยมันจะไม่เหมือนภาษาไทยอะสวัสดีค่ะฉันชื่อตีน่า แต่ภาษาอังกฤษเนี่ยเราเน้นแค่บางคำแล้วนี่ก็เป็นเหตุผลที่เราฟังฝรั่งไม่รู้เรื่องด้วยนะเพราะว่าเขาไม่เน้นทุกอันไงบางทีเขาพูดผ่านๆไปหรือพูดรวบๆมันมีการย่อเสียงกร่อนเสียงอะไรเงี้ยเราก็เลยฟังไม่รู้เรื่องแล้วก็คอร์สนี้นะคะราคาเต็มคือ 8,900 บาทแต่ตอนนี้มีโปรโมชั่นนะคะลดเหลือ 5,900 บาทจนถึงวันที่29มีนาคมก่อนเที่ยงคืนนะทักมาได้เลยนะคะTina vocab หรือว่า inbox ทัก inbox มาใน Facebook ก็ได้แล้วเดี๋ยวเราก็จะมาเริ่มเรียนกันวันที่30สำหรับคอร์สนี้เนี่ยจะเป็นคอร์สที่เน้นเรื่องการออกเสียงนะเน้นเรื่องการพูดโดยเฉพาะ
ก็ถ้าใครมีปัญหานะคะเรื่องการออกเสียงแล้วแบบพอพูดไปแล้วฝรั่งไม่ค่อยเข้าใจเราอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเราก็ต้องกลับมาเริ่มต้นที่การออกเสียงแต่ละคำหรือว่าแต่ละอักษรให้ถูกต้องนะคะซึ่งคอร์สของกีก็จะพูดตั้งแต่เริ่มต้นเลยนะก็คือจะตั้งแต่อักษรเสียงที่ถูกต้องแล้วก็การเน้นคำนะคะในพยางค์ในคำแล้วก็ไปถึงประโยคนะคะดังนั้นทุกอย่างที่อยากจะพูดให้คล่องขึ้นเนี่ยก็จะอยู่ในคอร์สนี้ค่ะ
แล้วจริงๆเนี่ยติน่าจะบอกนะว่าควรจะเริ่มที่การออกเสียงก่อนนะก่อนที่จะไปเรียนกราฟมาก่อนที่จะไปเรียนอะไรเงี้ย
exactly.
เพราะว่าเคยสังเกตไหมบางคนเนี่ยไม่ได้เรียนเยอะนะ พูดอะไรก็ไม่รู้ grammar ก็ไม่ถูกนะแต่ออกเสียงถูกฝรั่งก็ฟังเข้าใจเช่นแบบว่าคนที่เจอฝรั่งบ่อยๆเช่นคนขับรถอะไรเงี้ยคนที่ทำงานบริการต่างๆบางทีเขาก็ไม่มีเวลาไปเรียนแต่เขาฟังฝรั่งเนี่ยฟังแล้วเขาพูดตามสำเนียงตามอะไรเงี้ยฝรั่งเข้าใจแต่บางคนเนี่ย grammar เป๊ะไวยากรณ์เป๊ะทุกอย่างเป๊ะเลยนะแต่ถ้าออกเสียงไม่ถูกเขาก็ไม่เข้าใจส่วนตัวติน่านะ grammar ไม่สำคัญที่การออกเสียงยกตัวอย่างตอนที่ติน่ามาที่อเมริกาแรกๆใช่ไหมแล้วติน่าพูดคำว่าถุงมือก็คิดว่าเขาอ่านว่า glove ติน่าก็พูดว่า glove ฝรั่งไม่เข้าใจเลยก็บอกว่า glove เพราะไม่เข้าใจเพราะว่าจริงๆมันอ่านว่าอะไรอ่านว่า
gloves yes
ใช่
gloves
แค่นั้นเองแบบคำเล็กๆแค่เนี้ยถ้าเราออกเสียงผิดอะความหมายมันก็ผิดไปเลยโอเค alright so that is it for today thank you so much Kru Gee for your tips you know a lot of people has been asking who's she why she has such a nice accent
thank you Tina and thank you everybody
Yeah.
for supporting yes
Yep. Alright, so we'll see you guys in the next podcast. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe. And also, if you only want to listen to the voice, if you don't want to see me, if you don't want to see her face, you can listen to the podcast. What is your podcast again?
It's Vanilla English Channel podcast and it's on the podcast of Apple so you can just key in Vanilla English Channel yes
Yes, and then you can just listen to us. You don't need to look at our faces. Alright, and that is it. So, you guys have a great day. Bye.
bye